Hello girl, it's Laura and it's Friday. Hello, hello, hello. There was no question this week, everyone has been talking about the 50th. I went to see it in the cinema, which was fun, and I had popcorn and red wine, and wine is of course necessary for watching Doctor Who. I did enjoy the episode while I was watching it, and then it finished and I was like, so now what am I supposed to feel? There was no emotional impact for me. I loved seeing the three Doctors interact, that was pretty cool, even though I saw no reason for John Hurt to be there. Once he was there, I liked him. Getting David Tennant back for an episode was a joy. Getting Billie Piper back was also a joy. Getting Rose back would have been nice. Clara was cute and friendly and capable and spunky and kind of a generic companion, but I feel like at least she's getting a little bit more interesting now that she's not just like, the mystery, oh, impossible girl, why are you possible? That didn't interest me at all, so I'm glad that we're kind of now moving past that and she's got her own storylines and stuff, even though they make no sense because she was a nanny with no university education an episode ago and now she's a secondary school teacher. But she's teaching, which is a career, so that's some development right there. Well done, Doctor Who. Let's see if she keeps that job at Christmas and into the next series, or if she'll quit to become the CEO of a perfume company and a model and a travel article writer and a publicist and then a children's book author. Why does my show make no sense? Things I didn't like. The Queen Elizabeth plotline. It's not because I don't like Joanna Page, it's not because I don't like Queen Elizabeth. I don't like the treatment she got in Doctor Who. Every time she was on screen, I wanted to stab myself in the face because of the writing for her and the way the Doctor was treating her, and everything was terrible, and yes, it was sexist. And was genuinely one of the most awful things that has happened on Doctor Who in terms of gratuitous jokes at the expense of women. The Zygons are a cool monster. That whole thing with the cloning and the doubling and the pretending to be each other thing was very fun. I did like Kate Stewart. She carried those scenes for me. The thing about that scene in the bunker was, you remember in the Doctor Who episode Cold Blood 3 years ago, where the Doctor sat the Silurians and the humans down at a table and was like, right, you guys are going to make a peace treaty now, and then he said to Nazreen, this is it. This is your moment. You're gonna get these people to cooperate. This is the day you fly. Like, oh my god, that speech was so good. He was taking an ordinary person, putting them into a situation where they could be extraordinary. Humans and Silurians forging a peace treaty together. I can't explain how much love I have for that scene. The Zygons and the humans in this episode were memory wiped by the Doctor. He was playing with their mental capacity without consulting them first, and yes, that is an issue of consent, and yes, it is not the same in any way as the "this is the day you fly" speech. I just felt like they could have done that with emotion, but instead he just wipes their memory. What? This thing of no emotional consequence is a big thing for me in Doctor Who. Nothing has depth. People die by being sent back into the past, but oh, it's okay because they were really happy, we're just not going to show you them being happy because they're gone now. Or Clara died, but it's okay because she's back next week because another spunky impossible girl. Or even River. We've always known that she's going to die and then be happy in this like forever computer dream world thing. So even when the Doctor's sad, it's okay because he'll forget about it by next week because River's fine, really, she's just off in a computer. That's not grief. That's not moving on from something, that's just forgetting about it. No consequences to the Doctor's actions. None at all. The 9th Doctor and the 10th Doctor have forgotten that they didn't destroy Gallifrey, but they're still shouldering that guilt and that PTSD and all that character development shit that went on in series 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the specials and even in some of Matt's early ones. But it was all pointless. We now know that it was pointless because he didn't destroy Gallifrey. He just put them in a bubble universe and has now popped off to find them. So annoying! And it felt callous to put that in the 50th. It's a celebration of 50 years of Doctor Who. All of them. Even the ones where they talk about the Time War. Stop pooping on your predecessor, Moffat. And at Christmas we get the silence back. Okay, you've dug yourself a hole. You can't explain what was making the TARDIS blow up. It's a plot hole. We're angry about it, but if you move on, we'll move on with you. Don't just dig that hole any deeper, please. Very quickly, I'm going to talk about 3 things that I absolutely adored about the 50th. The scene with all 13 Doctors. Like, that was a brilliant moment. The reading glasses. He still wears Amy's reading glasses. I'm so easily manipulated. I do not have a high threshold for emotional manipulation. It should be very easy to get me to care about more than just the reading glasses. The curator. Do you know why I liked the curator bit though? Some people might not be aware of this, but there's a book published by the BBC, which we see in the episode of Belle St. John, and it's called Summerfall. And in it there's a little girl called Katie who makes friends with Barnabas, who's a museum curator. And she calls him the curator, not Barnabas. And they have an adventure and they have to like save her village. And there's a point in the book where Katie is about to die, and then she looks out and she sees the curator trying to come towards her, and she thinks he has such a nice face. A good last thing to see. This book is by Amy Pond. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. So sad about the curator and Katie and Amy and the Doctor being a curator in the National Gallery. Because you know what they've got in the National Gallery? They've got sunflowers in the National Gallery. Oh god, the sunflowers. That's why you didn't see my Amy video last week. Question for Natalie. You haven't reacted to Doctor Who on here yet, so I'm sure you will do that. Bye!